Hi, this is Dr. Rochelle Suri and welcome to Shobha Break Free. This is where we try and address your personal issues and problems and empower you to face them. So for any issues that are limiting you or holding you back, please write to us and subscribe to this channel and we will try to find a workable solution for you. I have a letter from Namita who works in a multinational company in Mumbai. So she says, Hi Dr. Suri, for some months now I am facing sexual harassment at work. This man, a colleague, is making rude remarks towards me when we are in a group, and he is always trying to get closer to me when I'm at lunch break, etc. He once said that he would like to see me naked. He is always trying to brush against me or being a total jerk. Please help. So, Namita, there are two things really in this case. It's very cut and dry, very simple. The first thing is, remember that you are the victim and you have a choice. Now, most people who are targets of sexual harassment at work feel like they're in a precarious position where they do not have a choice, where they just have to succumb to the pressure and succumb to the advances and be quiet about it, because they feel threatened that if they don't do that, they may lose their job. But please remember, that is not necessarily the case. In fact, if you are being treated unfairly at work in any way that you perceive as any kind of sexual harassment, you do have a choice. You always have a choice. So there are a couple of things that I would like you to do. First is, if you can find that you can approach the perpetrator, then please talk to him and explain to him. Actually, you don't need to explain to him. You just need to tell him upright that this kind of behavior is what you find offensive and you do not appreciate it and you would like it to stop immediately. If that approach does not work, or the perpetrator challenges you even further, then it is important to report that behavior to the HR department and follow any internal procedure to correct the sexual harassment. If there are multiple incidents, make note of them and record them in as much detail as possible. This information will be very helpful and important in case there is a lawsuit against the perpetrator. Without solid evidence or even witness collaboration, it is extremely difficult to prove a case of sexual harassment because it ends up being one person's word against the other. So please try to protect yourself in any legal way possible also, and record and document any kind of information that you can remember in as much details as possible. The second and final thought is to try and confide in a colleague that you feel safe with, so that someone is always aware of the situation and can provide you with some measure of safety and comfort. Because when you're going through sexual harassment at work, it's difficult for you to confide in just everybody, especially when you are not even sure what's going on or cannot even explain the behavior. So talking to someone who you're really close to, it can be helpful, because that person may also be able to give you some perspective and some insight. So like I said, with sexual harassment, it's very cut and dry. It's very important to address the perpetrator, and if nothing works, then it's very crucial that you go to the HR department and follow legal procedures or any internal procedures of the company. So Namita, I hope that these 2 points are helpful to you and you will be able to follow them. Please write into us if you have any other questions or you are struggling with any other concerns around sexual harassment. And thank you again for joining us today. This program was brought to you by Shobha and One Network.